over me. Ms. Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen, Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me.
Where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
You can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it.
All right, guys. Today we've got a strict judge facing off with a full-blown sovereign citizen, and trust me, this one is wild. She literally walked into court armed with nothing but a tiny scrap of paper filled with the usual "I don't recognize your authority" nonsense, like she really thought that was going to be her get-out-of-jail-free card. Honestly, I'm more shocked she managed to read the script than anything else. This is about to get messy, so buckle up. Let me know in the comments if you think this sovereign citizen meltdown is one of the dumbest we've seen. And now, let's dive in and watch how this disaster of a hearing unfolds.
Good morning. Are you Janetta Pugh?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the what?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand.
Beneficiary of the estate.
Okay.
For the record, I recognize Ms. Pugh. She's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And I looked into Mr. Christopher Wiley. I can't find that person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I have not been contacted by anybody on Ms. Pugh's behalf.
All right. So, Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody and we want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree with your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest.
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer. So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself, or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you, or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of record?
It is a court of record. So your objection's overruled.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment. And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it, and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus, and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel, defective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
No, it's fine.
No, it is not fine. She's making a complete fool of herself right now, and honestly, we're all loving it. I'm actually enjoying this judge's attitude too. She's just sitting there calm and collected, waiting for this sovereign citizen nonsense to burn itself out. It's hilarious because these people always act like they've unlocked some secret legal cheat code, but the law doesn't work like that. Saying "I don't consent" doesn't magically erase charges. That's not how jurisdiction works, and it never has. What really gets me is how she seems like a polite, even sweet person. She's calling the judge "Your Honor" and all that, but then she's reading from this bogus script like it's gospel. It's just embarrassing. I honestly wonder, what was her thought process? How do you get so far down this rabbit hole that you actually believe waving around a piece of paper will stop a courtroom? Let me know what you guys think. Is she just lost, or is this pure stubbornness? Because to me, it feels like a mix of both. Either way, this train wreck isn't over yet, so let's jump back in.
So here's the thing, Ms. Pugh. I appreciate your position, but listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Miss Pugh, don't
with my
speak over me.
incarceration, respectfully, Your Honor, with my incarceration.
Miss Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on, listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why, is because you have a lawyer. And your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
I do not agree or comply to your appointed.
Go back.
Agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
Duty is to the state.
Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. But hold up, because this story isn't over yet. This sovereign citizen actually comes back for round 2, and don't worry, I've got that hearing for you guys too. At this point, I honestly think the judge deserves an award for patience. Dealing with someone like this is basically like arguing with a brick wall, except the brick wall thinks it has a law degree in constitutional theory. Big props to the judge here. She's calm, she's sharp, and she's handling it way better than most of us would. She's firm but patient, and honestly, I'm here for it. Personally, I think she's playing it just right. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is she being too patient, or just the right mix of snappy and professional? Either way, let's jump into the next hearing and see if things get even more heated.
Perfect. So, Miss Pugh, Mr. Jeffries has been appointed to represent you. He's just been given, he's trying to get caught up real quickly on all the information and the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of the appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
Confidential, and for the record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today if that's what you want to do. We'll get your case set for trial and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you are expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so you have to do everything just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit. But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of things couple of options, and we'll go over those as well. Okay. So I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law? Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you?
I'm never been accused of that.
Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegations from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you answer out loud just for the record.
Do I understand? No, I don't understand.
What do you not understand about that?
I swear on everything, I actually predicted she was going to say that. Believe it or not, guys, these sovereign citizens have literally infiltrated my brain at this point. I'm honestly losing brain cells day by day breaking down these sovereign idiots. They're just so insufferable and so ignorant that it's painful to watch. And look, I get it. Some of these people probably have mental health struggles, but that doesn't excuse wasting everybody's time and resources. Courts and law enforcement have limited bandwidth, and these people think they can just clog it all up with nonsense. That's not just annoying, it's dangerous. What's wild is that she didn't even bring her little script this time. Remember the tiny piece of paper she had in the first clip? Yeah, maybe a little county jail reality check taught her to memorize the sovereign citizen greatest hits. But here's the kicker, if she actually decides to represent herself, we're talking 8 to 10 years here. Easy, so let's dive back in and see if she's really bold enough to defend herself, because if she does, this is going to be a train wreck in real time.
I don't understand, Your Honor.
So here's the thing. If you want to represent yourself, by law, you have to be able to understand these things. Otherwise, I've got to appoint an attorney for you. So you can't just say, I want to represent myself because I don't like the attorney or I don't like the process. This is the process that you're in. You live in Texas, you live in the United States. This is the law that applies to your case. So what do you not understand about the range of punishment if you're found guilty? And I'd be glad to explain it.
I don't understand because I haven't did anything wrong.
That's what a jury's for, right? And so if you say you're not guilty, then you go in front of a jury and they determine after they listen to the evidence if you're guilty or not. That doesn't have anything to do with if they find you guilty, you understanding that they could send you to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand that part? What are you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that. So, Ms. Pugh, it's my understanding, I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case.
I do not want Mr. Jeffries on my case.
I don't care what you want at this point.
I want to represent myself.
You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff.
He's not on my case.
Go back with the bailiff.
He's not on my case.
Welcome to the criminal appointment list.
Yeah, fun, Judge.
This was not meant to be any kind of punishment, I promise. So Mr. Jeffries, just, get ready like you would. Probably it's going to go straight onto a jury.
Right, I would
And
assume.
we'll just get it figured out that way. All right.
I think this judge pulled off a straight up 10 out of 10 performance here. Let me know if you think I'm wrong, but honestly, she did everything in her power to give this sovereign citizen a fair shot before finally yanking her out of the courtroom. The patience on display was insane. Like, I would have lost it in about 10 minutes, but she kept her cool all the way through. That said, it's still kind of sad watching people spiral this deep into nonsense. You could tell the judge was genuinely trying to give her chances to explain herself, but we all knew exactly where this was going. And look, apologies in advance if you lost brain cells during this one. Trust me, I felt it too. Watching these sovereign citizens try to make sense of anything is equal parts painful and hilarious. It's like watching somebody try to dance their way out of a corner with zero rhythm. This one, a total fail. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you thought about how the judge handled this hearing. Personally, I think she deserves an award for patience, but I'd love to hear your take. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be dropping new content every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everyone.